It's
But
really
what if it's
that's
just
the target
for work?
audience.
So what you're saying
I
is
would nev-
you do it for work. So, and I totally understand
Yes,
that, obviously, with all the
yes.
stuff.
That's why I have different work accounts.
So I totally get that.
Yeah.
But so why is it different if I did it just for work, not for personal? If I said, oh, well, I dominate Asian women, and I tell them that I'm better than them because I'm white, but it's only for work.
Yeah, because I think one is consensual and in a very contained environment where both people feel safe. They know this is a role play. It's been discussed, and there are disclaimers. And then the other one is basically just being out in society and, spreading your prejudices, which is, she said personal
You didn't even
life,
answer
right?
her question. She said it would be for work for her as a white woman to do this. So
Yeah, I
you're
said that's
fine.
okay for work.
Oh, you're fine with
Yeah,
hers.
I said that's
That's fair
okay
enough.
because people are understanding. They have this
How many more tweets
expectation.
do we have?
Well, then I
Three?
don't understand. What would your
Just three?
objection be to
Okay.
like a racial organization where the person says who's running it, "Oh, I'm just funning because it's for work, and so send me money because I'm just funning because it's for work." I was just LARPing.
Wait, funny?
I wonder what.
I'm not serious. I'm just LARPing.
Oh, okay.
Let's say that they were the head of like a large racist organization. What would be the problem with them saying, "Oh, well, we're just kidding, though. We're just kidding around, though." So that why can't send me the money, right? Because it's for work. Why would that be a problem then?
Got you. So are they
Why do you get the pass just because there happens to be participants involved? I don't understand.
Are they committing crimes, hate crimes,
No, they're
anything
not committing
like
any
that?
crimes.
Then maybe politically it's not okay, but in my viewpoint, socially, I can't accept
Yeah, so
that.
in your viewpoint,
Because-
socially, if they were the head
because
of a
there
racist
are-
organization,
Yes,
but
because
just said
there
they were
are a
joking
lot
around,
who
you
say
think
that
socially that's
about-
okay?
I wouldn't love it. That's why race play is not even one of my, commonly practiced. It's not something I advertise.
I want to ask you something.
But however, I did have that one post, really long thread saying specifically why, if white men or Japanese men ask about this, it's so much detail there. It's
But-
actually strictly about
So, I mean,
colonization.
I want you to
If they want
imagine
a
how-
colonization race play, then I will say yes.
But I want to
That
ask
was
you
a
Tommy,
a
imagine
question.
how absurd this is, right?
Yeah.
Imagine how absurd this
Who-
is.
well, who did
It's like saying,
Chinese people
what if
colonize?
the head of like the KKK or something, it was like, oh,
They commit
you know what?
crimes.
Hang on, guys. You know what, guys? This is my job.
They
right?
commit crimes,
This is my
I
job
don't.
to take money for this, and so because it's my job, that it's okay, right? It's okay. We're not committing any
No,
crimes.
they
There's
do.
no criminal activity.
They
Well,
do. They
that's not the
commit
same
hate
at all.
Can I-
Yes,
can
it's
I-
not the same. It's not consensual
Whoa,
in
hang
any
on,
way.
Back up. They
It's
don't.
not consensual.
Wait. If they're not committing any crimes, what would your objection to it be?
It's about consent.
It's about consent. Yes, literally,
Yeah,
kink
they're all
is about
consenting.
consent.
They're all
They
consenting.
are
No,
not
it's about the people who are being made those-
viewing it.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
about because
Are you publishing it
her
in
audience-
a public
Yeah, they're
newspaper?
publishing it just like you.
For example,
Or
They're
like they have a
all
specific
consenting.
audience.
It's a public
for her
audience, yes.
for her audience.
But
it's
wait, I
white
wanna-
men who want these comments made about them, so
Yes.
they get pleasure from those comments being
Thank
made
you
about
for-
them. For the example, with
Yeah,
the KKK.
that would be the exact same
for
thing.
the exact
that the head
no,
of a
it's not the
racist
same
organization
thing.
would
But
be doing.
can I-
Listen,
Where
can
are
I-
all these people?
Can I
Andrew,
ask
you
you a
talk a lot
question?
about
Hang on,
0.1%.
wait,
Listen, Andrew, you talk a lot about isolated incidents where there's 0.1% people who might blah, 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 and then you say that's not even valid. So why are you bringing up a 0.1% population who might be interested in a hate organization consensually humiliating them for the race?
Yeah, because
Why
I
are
don't
you
understand the
spending,
objection.
5
Hang
minutes on it,
Hang on.
though?
I'm trying to answer your question, but you cut me off every time I try to answer it. So I'm going to answer, then I'm going to ask. So the answer to your question is, I don't see what the objection here would be. What is your actual objection? If the head of a racist organization
I didn't say I would have an
said-
objection. I said
You gotta
morally.
let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. Okay, just let you finish. Let me finish my point. So what would the actual objection be if it's the head of a racial organization? All of the people who are involved are consenting. He's only publishing the things that those people want to hear because they're consenting to it, right? And they're paying him a bunch of money and he says, hey, it's just for work. What is the objection to that?
I wouldn't say that I would, let's see. So I don't even know how to judge that situation. I don't think that I'm,
can
God
I give you
or
an
whatever.
objection?
You can just say that, like, maybe I have, like, a moral gray area and, like, I just can't answer that. Like, I literally don't know.
I just don't
Can I please ask
Wait,
can I ask
You
her a
can't give me
question?
a single objection.
Do you know what
can't
I
give me a
mean?
single
I do.
objection.
I'm
Yeah, I
trying
have
to
an
I'm trying to
objection.
ask you a specific question. What if I would be in that, I don't know, whatever app it's called, and I said, I don't want to like, I don't like black men at all. Like, I would talk just as you, but regarding like black or other race.
That
It would be
actually does
considered
happen.
that would
Oh.
consider racist. Wait, let me finish. That would consider super racist. But in this country, you can say about men, white men, anything you want. It's like everything you
Girl.
say about white men. It's so irritating even to hear that.
Should we just search up on Twitter all the tweets that are like just
No,
talking
hey.
shit about black men and people loving it, people
No.
enjoying the service?
That's not true.
It's just a gray area, Kami. If you want to have
Yeah,
a
I'm
racial
saying it's a
organization be
gray-
the head of it,
Whoa,
it's a gray area.
guys.
It's a gray area.
Guys,
I just feel like
this isn't
her
even
comments
the
are
same.
like to sexually please people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Now
very
a
different.
racist like
Thank
like
you.
the KKK, they want to harm.
Wait,
this
but
group
hold
of
on,
people.
Yes.
hold
So
on.
it's
One thing.
different.
Yeah. So, but one thing. But
Yeah.
one thing. But
It's
one
not
thing.
the same.
So one thing though. So, you're familiar with the Twitter algorithm.
Yes.
So you might claim that you're sending this out to just your followers who are privy to the fact that you do findom and it's race play or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But let's say one of these tweets gets out into the greater Twitter algorithm and it is put in front of the eyeballs of people who don't know who the fuck you are, what the fuck you do, and they see some random chick saying some racist, man-hating shit.
Let me tell you, this is actually a common myth because I worked in tech. My
What is a
fiance
common
has
myth?
this algorithm would show it to basically, let's say, people who
You're
are not
actually
supposed to see it.
R-slurred. You have no... You're saying
No.
Twitter doesn't just
Look,
randomly
it's
put
not
things-
supposed
Andrew,
to. Listen up. Okay, let me finish.
No, you don't know
Because
shit because you're not going to tell me about the Twitter
my
algorithm.
no, my
And
fiance literally like.
I don't give a fuck. You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know people. Do you know people who write the Twitter algorithm and Instagram algorithm like I do?
Yes, I do.
You do? Because
know
I do
people who
too.
like the
I actually
algorithm.
see it.
Yes, I do.
I actually
Wait.
see people working on
So
it
you think...
all the time because
So-
that's what my friends do.
so you think-
it's a slip? It's not supposed to happen. That's why we're shadow banned because they only let you show it to people who are like liking stuff that you're following and also liking.
Yeah, you're 100% wrong. So the Twitter algorithm, just like TikTok...
You guys don't even know how uneducated you look to like STEM majors right now.
What the fuck are
Like
you
if
talking
you're
about?
if you're a
Like
coder, if you're a
STEM
programmer, if you
We
write,
have professional
if you-
programmers who work for us. What are you talking about?
I can promise you that my friends write better code.
Wow,
because
that's
Oh, I
we've
can promise you that my
Actually,
friends
and
probably-
you guys actually look very stupid in front of people who do machine learning engineering.
What does that have to do?
A career. I'm saying that they're not supposed.
I don't
that's
understand.
a tiny slip because it's not supposed to happen. Period. Like, can you pull up a
But-
receipt
What
where
are you
someone
talking
said,
about?
"Oh my gosh, I'm just a
Okay,
vanilla
fine.
person and
We
I
can
saw
test this out.
Findom."
We can test this out.
And
Hold on.
it ruined
stop.
my life.
We can test this out. Have any tweet that you have ever posted
Yes.
get engagement higher than what you think would be commensurate to your following count?
So
You've never had a tweet end up in the algorithm, ever.
Unfortunately, no. This is the very sad part. Like, I actually have an assistant who helps me get other adult workers, to help retweet for retweet because none of my viral tweets have blown up. So please don't make that generalization. Like, I might
Let's
have
assume-
wished years ago.
Let's assume it did,
but
though. The question was a hypothetical. Let's
did-
assume it did.
That's interesting.
So you think nobody, wait, just to be clear, you think not one individual.
I never said that.
Stop. You think not one individual has laid eyes on one of your sexist or racist tweets without either being a follower
Yeah.
or knowing who you are or seeing that you've allegedly disclosed that this is all race play and it's all for laughs and all this stuff. Not one person.
I would say yes. This account has been shadow banned since like the second week I made it. I would actually say yes.
Right. I'm not gonna- okay.
If it popped up on anyone's algorithm without them consenting, just DM me.
Well, would you?
I literally said that in the post. I said, if you have a problem, block me, DM me, comment, whatever. You know, you're free to express your feelings.
Would you feel any sense
what?
of responsibility if someone, say a vulnerable young person, did see a tweet like that? Would you maybe second guess, maybe I shouldn't post that in the public domain.
If they're under 18, 100%. 100, because some people have done crazy things. They were like a middle school teacher, and they had that account for work, and then they started using the same thing to do Findom. Like, that's just not okay.
All right, next.
Hang on. Before you go next, Shaliz, you had an objection. You said, well, but like a racial organization would be trying to do harm. What do you think a femdom is doing by draining men's bank accounts, stomping on their balls and shit? Do you think that that's not doing harm?
It's not doing harm because they signed up for it. Like, they want to see that.
That would be the same
That's
logic
on them.
with the racial organization, right?
Are they paying $44 to get your
Let's say they were. Let's say they were paying
consent?
$44 a month to be a part of it.
So it's a little bit the same. Like, these people like joined this group because they collectively hate this certain type of people, and then these people joined this website because they want to see this type of
Her clients
play.
want people who hate men to abuse them.
So you
That's
think I have the power of a
literally
whole
what they want.
organization?
Hang on, her clients want women who hate men to abuse them. Somehow that okay, but when we get to racial organization who wants to drum up hate towards this, I don't even understand how you can say
Honestly,
that these things
but
that that's
honestly,
not
How
harmful.
am I drumming up hate?
But honestly, none of it's okay because it's like you're feeding
Right.
people's freaky fantasies, like that they shouldn't have, you know? So it's like, okay, she decided to do that. That's on her. That's her moral compass,
I
you
think
know?
that's an opinion, and I agree.
Yeah. So it's like,
I
that's
did
what.
decide after years of debating to do it.
Let's move the. Can we see the next one? There's just 3 more, right, Austin? Okay, can you read it?
I love how all the hottest Asian doms have hot Asian boyfriends. Why? Can I say these things? Why? Let's say white beta males need to know what's up.
No, say it.
Okay, white worms need to know what's up. They can only be our subs and objects of abuse with their inferior ass pink Asian supremacy era.
I mean, how is this just not sexist and racist on its face? I mean,
And ick I have is pink dicks.
If the victim wants racism from the femdom, that's fine. But if the victim wants racism from a hate group, that's not okay.
Yeah,
it's like,
look at the detail.
That
like, did the
makes
hate
no
group?
sense. That makes no sense.
no sense.
Did the hate group say, like, you can get off to this? Like, I know you like to get off to this. And that's
I don't
exactly why you're
understand
paying.
why having penis and vagina involved somehow makes it less of a hate.
That's
it's
not
the
what I
same
said.
exact thing applied,
That's
except now
not
you're
what I
adding
said.
sex to it too. So you're like,
Sass Energy
okay, this
donated $200. This inferior Asian woman clearly lacks any sense of accountability. LOL Streamlabs Splay.
Yo, big sass. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You want to
yeah. So
respond to
it's like this.
I
Right?
actually don't really
You're
care
saying
what other people
oh
think.
okay, like the hate group would be fine as long as they're having sex too. Like, what do you
Wait,
mean?
what?
You would be you're peddling the same thing. You're peddling
Okay, let me-
racism. Hang on, you're peddling racism to people who want the racism. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Okay,
I also
I
don't
already-
really get. Hold on, really quick. I also just don't get.
okay.
You came in here at the beginning, like super woke, liberal, like
Yes.
SJW. Oh, is that a bit homophobic? You literally are calling white people worms. Like, you're so fucking racist. Like, and you
work
wanted to
only.
come in here on your woke fucking like, oh, how dare these misogynists be?
I've dated people
the
of all races.
the homophobes
Like,
and transphobes.
this is
but
for
you
work, it's
fucking
not
on
that
your Twitter,
serious.
on your cool.
Like,
whatever accusation.
wanna
Yeah, I've got a podcast. It's
rebuttal-
for work too.
Yeah, I
Cool.
want to rebuttal what Andrew said before
So if
you
I'm
cut
on
me
my
off.
podcast for work and I'm like being racist or sexist, it's okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Isn't that what?
It's fine, right?
Isn't
It's for
that
work.
low-key
Hang
what
on,
you
hang
do
on.
with
It's not
misogyny,
though, Ryan.
though?
Unless
Like,
you're-
and
We'll talk
people
about
will
misogyny.
subscribe.
Yeah, we'll talk
people
about
subscribe,
misogyny.
and they
yeah,
want
can
you
you
to
even
keep making
define?
the
Here, define misogyny. Go ahead.
dislike of women as a whole. I'm guessing that's the definition.
I mean, an attempt was made.
dislike or hatred of women.
Okay, so what
in
evidence do you
general.
have of that? Go ahead.
No, I actually don't agree with that, but I've seen the comments, and I do see how it could be interpreted as misogynist. For example, you will pick on like one girl, and then people will think that you're talking about all women. Like, I do see that, but I also see that you guys get tips, you guys get engagement, you guys have supporters who really like certain sentences that are said, usually the comments, they'll be about like the
literally
viral
call
parts.
white people worms. And you have an Asian supremacy thing, and you think men are terrible.
Why not? There's
Oh my
Asian
God, that's
hate in
funny.
U.S. and I'm not saying like, hey, white people should beat up Asian people more. Like
When I say about,
I
who's
don't
beating-
see how
Wait,
that's-
sorry, who's beating up the Asian people? Are you talking
You
about San
haven't
Francisco? What are you talking
no,
about?
New York, San Francisco, L.A.
Yes,
Canada.
It's white people doing?
Yes, mostly
okay.
white people.
no, that's
Mostly white people.
And can you like seriously 99%?
nonsense, complete nonsense.
And then some in New York are black people. The ignorance,
Oh my
ignorance.
God.
I think if you're Asian and you're subscribed, you should
You are
unsubscribe
Here's your
today.
ignorance right now by
You're
giving
very
you the
ignorant.
stats. How about the stats? Would you like the stats?
Look at
Oh
the
my
stats.
God.
Do you know
Wait, okay,
what
hold on, I
model
do.
minority means? Like, does that mean anything
I
to
mean,
you?
sure.
Where
Hold
like,
on, I- wait,
right,
I don't wanna
Asian
get-
people
I don't
are
wanna
like
get too-
oppressed, and I'm saying
Asian people are
supremacy.
oppressed?
I should be able to have
Oh
this
my
kind
God.
of expression where
Asian
it's just
supremacy?
going
Like what?
against. Look,
Asians
I
are not
do
oppressed,
stuff
it's
to like for work
liberal
to be
bullshit.
controversial as well, right?
Okay, all right.
For example, this
can I
podcast.
I'd rather not pull up the stats just to keep things,
I wanna tell you something. When I talked before and said about the commercial, it was beautiful people. Immediately I said, you said black people, and I never mentioned black. When I heard
I said
what you
diversity.
guys read about what you wrote,
Yeah.
and I'm not originally American, it literally makes me a bad feeling. Like,
Got it.
It's really, really
But
horrible.
you
to
don't know
hear.
about findom, kink, consent.
No, but I want to tell you something. The most hypocrisy here, for majority of feminists like you and like super
wouldn't say I'm a
liberal,
feminist.
yes, you are. This is your mentality. This is how you
Okay.
speak. The most hypocritical thing is to put white men down and treat white men like the biggest devil. You don't put the right thing on point. You say people are racist to Asians. People are like racist to other. This is completely bullshit. You're a hypocrite. You don't consistent with your point of view. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
hurt you, but you're
But
not
I don't-
consistent. You present yourself like you're going with billionaires and millionaires, but you
Yeah.
never mentioned it's from sex work, and
I did in the beginning.
in the beginning, and it's bullshit because anybody, even me in my age, I can come and be sexual and open a whatever account, and I can make a lot of money from sex. But the whole point, if you're intelligent and you know, like what you said to Andrew about computers and
Yeah.
coding and all that. It
I
just shows how
founded multiple
stupid you are.
tech startups.
Wait, but it shows that you're really stupid because if you have that ability to be so smart with computers and tech, and you go into this and doing these degrading things and writing all these on whatever it
Okay,
is,
I'm just gonna
it just shows that you're stupid.
I'm just gonna say you're
Big
playing
Sex
checkers.
Energy donated $200. Almost all violent crime against Asians is from
I also
blacks.
said blacks
This
in
board
New
is so
York.
delusional. 60-13. If
Okay.
you know, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Good talk. Good
Look,
talk. Let's
just
do the
to
last two
address
tweets.
that one thing, like I said, it's not that serious. It's for work. It's not hypocrisy.
But that's what I'm saying. You traded your values for money. If you're doing something for wait,
like
wait,
I
wait.
said,
Let
why
me
do you
finish.
think it's so
You
cheap?
talk
I mean-
so
Do you
much
know how much I
nonsense.
make from tech
Wait, wait, wait.
startups?
Wait, wasn't
You don't.
Hitler just doing it for
You
work?
just yeah.
Oh my God.
But let me just you just yes, he
What
did
crime
just
did I
it for
commit?
work. It's a good
What crime
example.
did I commit,
He did-
Brian?
Listen, it's not a crime.
I'm
You
just-
you saying I'm doing tech and you told to Andrew, oh my friends are
You
doing
guys are like
doing
straw men
wait,
in
let me
the
finish my point, please.
Yeah.
You told Andrew earlier, you don't know my friends.
I don't think any
Oh my
of
gosh,
this.
he doesn't
This
let
is
me
literally
finish.
for.
Can I please finish my point?
Work. Uh-huh.
You told Andrew before, you don't know the people I know, they coding, they doing
Yeah,
computers,
he
they doing
probably
this.
doesn't.
But wait, you speak so much rubbish. You even think before you speak. Let me finish. And then you traded your values for money just because
No.
it's work and sex work. You justify this shit.
No,
it's not
no.
justified. Yes.
No,
You-
I literally did. You not hear
my
the?
God,
You know,
I
think
heard
you were zoning
everything.
out. In 2021, when I realized it was sex work, I took a hiatus. Even though it's not
You
even
are a
sex
sex
work.
worker. It doesn't
And
matter
yes,
if they see
then
intercourse.
I made a conscious
Wait a second.
decision
You
to not put the
let me
stigma
finish.
on
Let me
others.
finish. Let me finish, please. You keep interrupting me. You know what disturbed me about you personally? I'll
Okay.
say this to you without. I mean, I don't mind if you get offended.
I actually will,
tell you what
so.
disturbed me. You claim to be this intelligent, high-end, high-class woman, high-value woman, when and intelligent. They know about computer and coding. And in
I
the end of
graduated
the
from
day,
Carnegie
and in the
Mellon
end, let me
University.
finish. Don't interrupt me. And in the end of the day, you just another. Sorry to say that, another cheap hoe that sell tweets and bull for social media and claim to be higher than anybody else. Sorry,
Love
but
it,
you
love
are
it.
more
I hope
trash
this
than
one gets
anybody
clipped
because
on TikTok
this woman,
and I
sorry,
go viral finally.
this woman here that was saying in front of everybody that she did OnlyFans and sex in front of porn, whatever, she sits, and I respect her way more than you, because at least she was honest and spoke straight to the camera without manipulating, maneuvering, bullshitting. You sitting here trying to maneuver everybody, make them feel like you're better than them when you are the lowest and the lowest in the class. No.
Okay, that's your opinion.
You're
Look,
very
I don't
low.
judge others.
I'm
you know,
not
whatever
judging
since we're
either.
calling about Christian values
Honey,
or whatever on this
I'm not
podcast.
Christian, I'm
I
Jewish.
would never judge her.
First
I
of
would
all-
never judge you.
First of all, you can judge me. I don't care. I know who I am. You can judge me. First of all,
That's how I feel.
have
I
Jewish
don't care.
values. I have
I'm
Jewish
not
values.
offended.
Okay, I have Jewish values. This is the original.
If you want
so,
or for some reason want to portray yourself in a different way,
Yeah.
I think it shows that you are a good person, you have good values, and you value the
Yes.
right things.
Like my other accounts that I can.
and the fact that you are
I'm
trying
doing
to
fundraisers.
you're
Razors.
contradicting yourself,
I spent
left
so-
and right.
You know what? Maybe people are not so black and white. They're not so one-dimensional.
It's not
Maybe
about
the
black and
people
white. You lying
met,
and you contradict.
Maybe most people in the
you
world.
say
I do
one thing
agree.
and then you jump to another. You say one thing and then she at
For
least
me, I
comes
have a very clear
straightforward, saying in
definition.
front of everybody.
Business and
I
personal.
did. I can speak louder. I did. My boyfriend helped me to realize what I am. I grew up. I grew out of it. I know it's not the right thing, but you come in here so prejudiced, lying completely in front of the camera, trying to manipulate smarter
When did I
people than
lie?
you. He's an expert with what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so
When did I
successful
like- did
with
they
the
go to
podcast.
Ivy League schools?
Listen to me. Otherwise,
do
you
they
would
have
not be so
street smarts?
successful in what you do with the podcast.
Who's
And you're
gone to
sitting
the
here
Ivy League?
claiming to be better than him and better than Andrew and better than all
Did
the girls
Andrew?
here
When did
when you
she
actually
claim
the
that?
lowest.
Did you? I don't think you claimed that.
I did
Yes,
not.
she did.
I did not. Just replay
No,
that.
she didn't.
Look,
She said to Andrew, people gonna laugh at you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, she didn't say.
Yamete.
I see
Yeah,
value.
no.
I see value
About
in
algorithms
you
and
having
stuff.
separate
Yeah.
accounts, and I see.
And making
I-
very
you make
conscious
yourself
decision
look
after
stupid.
years of
Wait,
thinking.
okay. Let's just get through the tweets and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
I thought there were two more. Oh, we already did it.
Oh, the one
right?
we did.
Okay.
Okay. Even worse, they think women want to sleep with them. Can you
Oh,
scroll up?
I think
I'm like curious.
I think it's just double check it. I think it's safe though. I think it's safe, boys.
That does sound like something I would tweet on this account.
Whatever. All right. That was.
Would a true misandrist hire males after many female employees have proved them unreliable, and me wanting to mitigate risk?
It could
Sometimes one thing leads to another. It's not hypocrisy. It's learning and making different decisions based off of my previous experiences.
Yeah.
But you represent
And making different
It's
business.
like I will represent
Look,
myself.
I've talked about personal. I've talked about this
God.
business. I've talked about that.
But
business.
it's not
I'm sure
business.
For me,
It's not business. It
it's an
doesn't
opinion.
justify it. Even if it's business, it doesn't justify. If a
Look,
if
my
a
morals are
prostitute
more-
would
my
sleep,
morals.
if a
I said it's a
prostitute
moral
would
gray
sleep with
area
a
for me.
16-year-old, she said it's okay, just business. I don't care if he's 16. He paid me money. You don't justify this bullshit because of money. Money, it's not higher hierarchy more
It's
than
not.
values.
Clearly, I have
money is
values
here.
about,
Values are
you
here.
know, under 18 people. Like that's just a hard no. But I already acknowledge this is a moral gray area.
Bottom
for me.
line. Bottom
Am I
line.
not allowed as a human to have gray areas in my morality?
Bottom line, sweetie, you sell yourself to the devil. You sell your morals to the devil, and that's it.
Hope someone clips this.
Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to press. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get through all the show notes here, and then we'll hopefully try to get into a roast session, then wrap. Okay. Yeah. Good idea, Austin. All right, guys. Go to twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow and a Prime sub if you have one. Twitch.tv/whatever. 1,700 of you watching on Twitch. If you guys can, if you have a follow available, drop us a follow. If you have a Prime available, drop us a little Prime sub in the
Because it's bugged, right? It's bugged.
It's because it's bugged, boys. It's do it because it is bugged. Yeah. And then also our Discord, guys. Discord.gg/whatever. Drop us a follow. Drop us a join, I guess, on Discord. We post BTS. We post all kinds of cool stuff. So be sure to check that one out. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And then let us see. What else do we have to? Oh, okay. Here we go. Why don't we do this?